Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We salute Bhagavan Lord Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demons, Kamsa and Chanura, and the darling of Mother Devaki, and the Guru and the teacher of the world. Oh, peace, peace, peace. So we are now reading on the chapter 16, and we are starting from verse number 17 today. And the context was this: Bhagavan Krishna has left his mortal coil, and as soon as the Lord disappeared, again the dark thoughts and dark ideas, people, bad natured people again become dominant. And that was very disheartening thing. As a result, Dharma, the righteousness, it took a divine power and appeared before Dharma and the mother cow. Parikshit was overcome with devotion to Krishna when he heard of the Lord's loving solicitude for devotees, the Pandavas, of how he worked for them as charioteer, secretary, servant, friend, messenger, protector, glorifier, subordinate, as also of how the whole world honored him. Then there became a conversation between Dharma and the mother earth, mother cow. So, while Parikshit, it's verse number 17 we are starting, book 1, chapter 16, verse 17. While Parikshit was thus ruling, following the footsteps of his ancestors, he happened to come across a somewhat startling experience, which I shall relate to you. Who is relating this? Shuta, the commentator or what you call narrator. Dharma, he saw Parikshit, the king. He is the king in the dynasty of Pandu dynasty. No?
So, what Pandu, whatever. The origin was Kudu anyway.
Anyhow, Pandu dynasty. So, because more relevant to Pandu, because Pandavas. So, but he saw a peculiar picture happening in before him, and that he is relating. There he found that Dharma, the righteousness, appeared as a bull with one leg standing, trying to, you can see how a bull can stand on one leg. So, the Dharma appeared as a bull with a single leg, and earth as a cow, dispirited and weeping like a mother who has lost her child. So two things appeared before him. One is the Dharma, the righteousness, taking the shape of a bull, appeared as a bull with a single leg. 4 legs normally a bull has, but 3 legs are gone. All the good qualities are gone. Bad, only So how difficult for Dharma to live in the society. It's a very interesting picture. And Dharma appeared as a bull with a single leg, and the Mother Earth is as a cow. If is dispirited, he can sit this way in this line. See the faces. So the earth as a cow, which is dispirited, and a cow weeping like a mother who had lost her child. That's as if a cow is weeping, the bull is as a dharma, representative of dharma, is standing there. It is very difficult. How can you think that a bull can stand in one leg? It's struggling to fall down, but still struggling in one leg too. All legs are cut and gone. Dharma, the righteousness, the spirit is destroyed. And mother cannot bear anymore, as if she has lost his dear child Krishna. So these are the two significant things as a what we call symbol of Adharma. Dharma appeared, the Dharma bull is asking the mother earth cow, "O graceful one, are you not in good health? You look a little faded, and your face is without its usual luster. You seem to be grief stricken. Are you grieving for anyone who has gone far away?" So the Dharma bull is asking the cow, asking Mother Earth, "Are you crying? Why? What has happened to you?" Because the Lord Krishna has left. That is the reason Adharma has entered, and Mother Earth cannot withstand that, and she is also in deep pain and suffering. 20th verse. Are you sorrowing? What is the cause of your sorrow? Dharma is asking to Mother Earth as a cow, are you sorrowing for me who have been deprived of the three legs, looking at my condition? Are you crying for me, my condition, seeing that I have lost all the three legs? That's why I am standing on one leg. You are feeling the sorrow and suffering for me? Is that the reason? Or and have now got only one? Or over the evil fate in the store for yourself in the future of being killed and eaten, or alternatively being ruled over by degenerate men? So, what is the reason of your crying? Why are you crying? Because what will be your fate in this Adharma entered? So, everyone will be troubled. Good people will be troubled everywhere. This may be one reason. Are you crying for that? That what will be your fate? You do not know in the hand of this type of people. Or again, are you feeling sorry for the gods who no longer receive the sacrificial offerings as sacrifices have ceased to be performed? Or for the inhabitants of the world distressed by Indra ceasing to release rain according to the needs? Indra, god of rain, he has stopped raining because these are bad people in the world, so stop it. Because of that, or the gods who are no longer receiving, and there is no homo fire, homo sacrifice, and those sacrificial fire would bring food for the gods. We do that, no? When we offer, Om Aing Ring Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Ramakrishnaya Swaha. Why do you give that? You give on the fire, no? And fire carries that oblation to the different gods. Ganeshaya, Ganganeshaya Swaha, Namah Shivaya Swaha. So you are giving Shiva. Why don't you put the fire? Fire god is the carrier of those oblations. And because evil people are dominating, so Brahmins are not doing all this sacrificial fire. To seeing that their condition, are you crying for that? Or you are crying for your own protection or destruction? O Mother Earth, are you grieving for women deprived of protection of their husbands? That means society has become so bad. Or for the children neglected by parents cruel like cannibals? The mom, dad, they don't care for their children. Brutal society. Because of the leaving, Krishna has left. All honesty, purity, all love, all affection, all goodness has disappeared from the society. Are you doing for this? Or for learning imprisoned in the families of depraved Brahmanas, or for the heads of celebrated Brahmana families slavishly serving under the disciple of the kings? No? Or the condition of the Brahmins are very bad. They are being mistreated by the society. And also kings is to respect them. But no, now the situation is different. Or again, are you afflicted by the thoughts of these decadent Kshatriyas, the kingly caste, who have been polluted by the evil spirit of Kali Yuga, Iron Age, or of the countries that have been ruined by their misrule, or of the people in general who are interested solely in eating, drinking, mating, decorating themselves, and other such physical concerns, and that too without any discrimination. Are you crying for the society's this horrible condition that the children are no protection, the women are deprived of their rights and protection from their husband, and the Brahmins are misbehaved and deprived from their rights and respects, uh, and the kings are so polluted, like kings, modern kings in many countries, no, for their own purpose, and they're causing so much ruin and destruction. Is it for all those that you are crying, O Mother Earth? Cow is the represented Mother Earth. Or, O Mother Earth, are you grief stricken because the disappearance of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who has rid you of a large part of your burden and whose divine deeds confer a type of bliss superior even to that of mukti on those who contemplate on them. Because of the loss of Bhagavan Krishna, when he was here, he supported much of your load, and whose divine deeds, thinking of their divine sport, that conferred bliss to the people who live and think of him. Or can it be, O Mother, that your sorrow springs from irresistible time's deprivation of your far-famed prosperity? Whatever be the cause of your sorrow, O earth, please speak out to me about it. So the bull put the question, simple thing, that Dharma is asking the Mother Earth, why are you so much sorrowful? No? What is the reason? Then the Mother Earth said, verse number 25, O Dharma, who is the bull, is representing bull with one-legged bull. That's why I call Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. Satya Yuga, the bull was in four legs, perfectly balanced. Everyone is truthful, everyone is honest, everyone is loving each other, respectful to the seniors, juniors. Very beautiful people are truthful, no dishonesty. So all these great qualities are available full. One leg is gone. So the Treta, three leg. The bull is supporting himself. It's okay, that can be, but 25% of the society's good characters, good notable qualities of life from the people's mind is gone. Pollution is entering into the heart of the people. Truthful, a little twisting the truth, manipulating this way, that way. Yeah? It's just creeping in. And then Sototrita Dapar, two legs are gone, 50% gone. Satto, Treta, 25, 25. And then Dapur came, another 25%. See the society's decadence as it is going on. Now we look at the society in what people in certain areas, if you look at that, this description is perfectly matching. Of course, Kali Yuga is going on for a long time. Yeah, we thought that it will be some 25 years, 30 years. No, Baba. It is hundreds of years it is going on and becoming worse and worse. And and now the last one leg means anyhow dharma is little you can find in little corner here and there. And good people are scared. They will be tortured. They will be killed. They will be manipulated. And bad people roaming with all pomp and pleasure and money and wealth and this and that. As if spirituality is hiding here and there. All immoral things and all aggressiveness and meanness, unkindness is so dominant as it were. So the Mother Earth now is responding to this question of Dharma. Dharma himself is gone, but he is still, the Dharma is Dharma. The society is making him crippled. Dharma is crippled. Adharma, either. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat. When the decadence of the dharma righteousness is happening in the society, adharmasya dharmasya yada 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 hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhuttanam adharmasya. Unrighteousness is raises the hood. Then and then I again and again incarnate myself. But it comes, does something, as Swami Vivekananda said the same thing, after doing all corrections in the society, changing the society, he worked so hard, and ultimately what he said, dog's tail. Dog's curly tail. As soon as that pressure is gone from the tail, boom, it comes back again. So that is the condition. So Mother Earth was saying, responding to this question, oh Dharma, in the form of bull, you are already aware of the cause of my sorrow. Mother Earth is saying, you know why I am grieving, why I am crying, what is my pain. You understand that. Your four legs bringing happiness to the world, but till now sustained by Sri Krishna. So you have four legs. Those four legs were they used to bring, when Dharma was four-legged, so it is to bring happiness to the world. Majority of the people, 99.9% people were happy, sweet, loving, caring, no? Like this America, what was the country's condition? It was so beautiful some few decades ago. It's a country of freedom. Swamiji appreciated how much. See the Jewish people coming homeless with a tattered cloth in the New York street, and they're walking and be fearful about, because they're coming from what you call the concentration camp and fear. Now they will crash and you are running away, which is following you. From that type of scenario, they come within few days. They stood up with their pride in their heart. They established themselves, they learn anything, they So that was the glorious period of any country where majority of the people feel such freedom. Uh, When I came first, I used to think, my God, this is a country, some little accident when I saw how this 911 came with a big truck and this and that, and siren and this and that, corridor, did not know whose fault or take them immediately. Treatment started there. Then they take it to the hospital and they finish. My man's life is so valuable. And when we used to see in our country, one accident happened, one person is left, and the driver runs away, and all, and other people, if they catch the driver, they'll beat the driver into the same condition. And the poor guy who has been hit, he is dying the same way in the roadside. No one look at that side. So this is the difference, values of life. So that was the condition. So it says, I grieve for this, your four legs bringing happiness to the world, were till now sustained by Krishna. I am sorrowing over the misfortune that has befallen the world by his departure from the earthly life. Fundamental question is that Krishna, the embodiment of all spiritual ideal, all rule, purity, sanctity, love, affection, he was stepping on the world scenario, and now he is gone. So he's the spirit is getting lost. I grieve for this world, 26th verse. I grieve for this world, which is in the grief of the evil spirit. What is the evil spirit? It is called the Kali. After the demise of Sri Krishna, the center abounding with auspicious qualities like truth, purity, kindness, patience, generosity, joy, straightforwardness, restraint of mind, restraint of the senses, austerity, equanimity, fortitude, scriptural knowledge, dispassion, lordship, courage, prowess, resourcefulness, memory, sense of freedom, skillfulness, attractiveness of form, heroism, sensitiveness of heart, power of intellect, modesty, goodness of nature, strength of mind and senses, the divine qualities included in the Bhaga, unperturbedness, firmness, faith, fame, adorability, and absence of egoism. My God, how many qualities. That's why it is Vyasa. Vyasa is not like ordinary man. How many qualities makes a society good? One should note down this point. And how many qualities make a person perfect? These are just mentioned. See, those were the qualities of society. The people were having this characteristic. But Krishna was the embodiment of all this, and he restored it. But as soon as he left his own family people, huh, they become so arrogant, so unruly, and they're lacking their characteristics. So that is the cause because he has left. These and several others allied qualities which all good and great people desire to cultivate were naturally present and therefore never subject to any diminution in Krishna, the residence of Sri the Lakshmi. I have been now deprived of that great reservoir of everything that is noble. From the earth, all disappeared. And in his absence, the influence of Kali, the evil spirit, is spreading everywhere. I am depressed by the thought of the world at large in this predicament. So that is my question where I am in tears. The Mother Earth is weeping because of the passing away or leaving this earth by God Himself. That's why anatha sanatha bhavati. That orphan, my mother earth become as an orphan, as it were, without the Lord Krishna, the Nath of the world. It is not 31. It is not only about the world at large that I am mourning, but of the fate of myself, your divine self, Dharma, about the fate of Devas, about the fate of forefathers, Pitris, about the holy men, about all the Varnas, four Varnas and four ashramas, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, as also student, Brahmacharya, Garastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Everywhere there is so much systematic things and everything is lost. I am crying because this loss of everyone, not only me, you as a dharma, and you, and also the all the divine self, the gods in the heaven, the forefathers, because they are not getting their food. If there is no offering given to by jagnas, the sacrificial fire will carry that to the gods. That is our belief. Therefore, all are stopped. So this is a terrible situation going on. I am crying for the suffering of all of them. 32. Sri Devi Mahalakshmi, for whose favorable glance Brahma and other divinities perform austerities, that Sri, becoming wholly resigned to the Lord, left her abode of the lotus forest, drawn by the love of Lord, and became a permanent resident at his lotus feet in order to enjoy his beauty. The sacred footprints of that Lord with the marks of lotus, thunderbolt, goat, flag, etc., used to adorn my body, Dharma's body, Mother Earth, and endow me with a divine grace that excelled everything in the three worlds. Alas, he has now abandoned me, who was exalted in my privileged position. Krishna used to walk on me in Mother Earth. So I was so pleased, and that was his touch would give me such joy and things. Now he's gone. So that's the reason of my grieving. 34. For relieving me of the unbearable burden of enormous armies of kings of Asuric origin, and to restore to you your feet. You means the Dharma. You and your feet, by the loss of whose you were not able to stand. He was born among the Jodhus with an enchanting form. So he was born in the earth as Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna. And because of that, the Asuric nature kings, they are all destroyed. And the Dharma was restored. That's why you were very happy. But now again, on his departure, you have lost them. His disappearance is indeed an unbearable disaster. That is the expression of Mother Earth. His disappearance is indeed an unbearable disaster. He whose sweet look, comely smiles, and intriguing speech at once overcame the wounded pride and mental stupor of his consorts in their amorous dalliances with him, and his footsteps on my body, his earth body, caused in me a festivity of horripilation in the shape of luxuriant vegetation. It's a very poetic imagination. My Sri Krishna's footsteps is creating proliferation in my body, growth of so many vegetations, etc. So now it is all gone. So I am bereaved. So I am weeping and crying. While Dharma and Mother Earth were thus talking, then the Rajarsi Parikshit reached the bank of the east, flowing Saraswati river at Kurukshetra. So now this discussion is going on between the bull and the Mother Earth in the form of cow, and then the king Parikshit, the ruling king, the descendant of Arjuna, then appeared there. Here starts our chapter number 17, book 1, and chapter 17. It is Parikshit is now meets Dharma and Earth in a pitiable plight. That is the discussion will be here by Bhagavan Shukadev. Suta said, Suta, again the narrator. It's a continuation. Some incident is happening in discussion, and the narrator is listening to that and then reporting that same thing what has happened in the future. So that is the way the book comes, Suta's position comes. Suta said, there he found a cow and a bull, apparently ownerless, being tortured by a Sudra. Sudra means a low caste person who is heartless person. That person is being tortured. He is torturing this cow and the bull, who had put on the insignia of a man of the royal caste and held a staff in his hand. So Parikshit saw before him the shocking sight. A milk-white bull urinating in fear and trembling on its single leg and being tortured and belabored by a Sudra on the one hand, and the other a cow, the yielder of all the requisites of jagnas, that means for the sacrificial fire. The cows, everything goes for sacrificial fire. So the milk is used as a ghee, and ghee is offered to the oblation. And the cow dung in Indian context is most pure. It's very disinfectant also. It is proven now. So everything of the cow is used for human helping humanity to go into higher spiritual practices this time. So they, which is needed in performing the jagna or the sacrificial fire, rendered calfless, weeping, lean and hungry, being kicked about by the same sutra. That means he's torturing Dharma and he's torturing the Mother Earth. At the sight of it, Parikshit, sitting in his gold inlaid chariot, holding his bow well strung, called out in his thunderous voice, in this land protected by me, how do you, a bully, dare to persecute weak and helpless people? In distress, you look like a man of the royal caste, but in action, you are the meanest of mean. Who are you that as soon as Krishna, along with the heroic Arjuna, has disappeared from the earth, you have the temerity to torture innocent people at such lonely spot? You are a villain. You deserve to be put to death. And who are you of milk white color that, being deprived of the three legs, are moving about in a single one? He's talking about the bull, about the Mother Earth. Are you a divinity in the guise of an ox? This is Parikshit saying. In this land protected by the might of descendant of Puru's line, there is not a single creature other than you whose tears are dropping on the earth. O son of Surabhi, sorrow not. You shall have nothing to fear from this villain. And O mother, when I am here to punish the wicked, you need not weep like this. That means he is giving assurance to Dharma and the Mother Earth. 19, the 10th verse. If all the subjects of a king happen to be oppressed by wicked men, the reputation, the lifespan, the good fortune, and the like of that perverse ruler will all be destroyed. It is the most important duty of a king to assuage the sorrow of the afflicted. I means Parikshit says, I shall therefore kill this mean fellow who thus indulges in the torture of other living beings. So he's saying that it's being tortured by the Sudra, mean character, helpless, weak, is tortured by the bullying. Bullying is done by that. So King Parikshit said, I will punish this guy and I'll protect you. Don't worry anymore. O son of Surabhi, who is it that cut off your 3 legs? In this land ruled by kings devoted to Krishna, such atrocities cannot be allowed to be perpetrated. I see that you have only 1 leg, 3 legs are cut. Who has done that to you? I am the king. I have my responsibility. So, O bull, there shall be shelter afforded to harmless and innocent creatures like you. Tell me, who has mutilated you in this way, bringing ignominy to Pandavas and their progeny? So, I am here as a king, and this is the condition of a innocent animal. That means symbol of all religious practices and ideals. I am the dread of all those who oppress the innocent. Only if the wicked are put down can the good then prosper. That's always. When the weak people become, the good people become suppressed, evil raises it. And when the evil is suppressed, good finds his way out. I shall cut off the arms up to the shoulder of anyone, be it even a deva, if he is found to inflict wanton and unrestrained suffering on the innocent. If I find anybody who is creating this suffering, unwanted suffering for people, innocent people, it's a kingly duty always to protect the innocent. The police duty is what? To protect the innocent. At least this country is good at that till now for the local people. Yeah, always goes to help the good people. But in poor countries, you give bribe, some money, but who is oppressed, he will be oppressed more. And the person who does wrong thing, unruly thing, they will be raising their hood and go on like lions and big courageous people. So he said, I will kill them. Be he even a god. If he has tortured the innocent, I will take care of it. For the primary duty of the king is to administer punishment to those who, except in times of extreme danger, fail to keep up the path of duty, ordain for them and take to prohibited ways. It is incumbent also that he should protect those who keep to the path of duty. So, I will do, take care of them. Tell me who has done this or atrocities, caused these atrocities to your life. Now, Dharma, that means the bull with one leg, is started saying in verse number 17. 17. Such words of solace and protection to the oppressed are indeed befitting to a descendant of Pandavas, for their virtues were so transcendent that the Supreme Lord Himself undertook to do such humble service to them as acting as their messenger and charioteer. And this is the proper way. It is to be appreciated because God Himself came and became a chariot of Arjuna because he was righteous. He was starting to bring the Dharma back. So I, being the descendant of that, I will also do the same thing. But you will do, it is very natural because you are promising to kill that person, even if he be God, he should be punished for killing the innocent person, torturing. So it is befitting to you. Again the bull continues to say, Dharma, O great king, we are not really able to apprehend the root cause of all our troubles. For who is the cause of it is described in absolutely different terms by different sect, sectaries, different sects. Some rationalists, Advaitin say, now he's going to philosophy, no? Some rationalists, that means who are very rational people, Vedanta people, analytical people, they will say that the maker of one's destiny is oneself. They are suffering because of them. No, we are all suffering individually because of our karma. So that may be the reason of the suffering. My suffering, I am suffering because I did something wrong. It is the normal idea. Others may say it is the planets. Say, oh, what has happened? Oh, Sony has entered there, and Saturn has gone that side. Oh, that has gone this side. Oh, that is this side. In astrology, And some will explain this way. Why this time it is happening to me? Because of this, because of that, because of that, because of that. Some say, no, it is my karma. One idea. Another say, no, 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 the planets are doing all this. There is no work, only planets are troubling me suddenly. Some still others, Mimamsaka, the philosophy of Mimamsakas, they say, you just can't maintain it as karma. Your karma is the cause of your suffering. Advaitin will be, it is Maya. It is you are seeing is nothing there, that. Here, Mimamsakas will say the karma theory. And there are materialists, Charvaka. What they will say? Who find in nature the cause of it all. Everything is nature, no? Some few have the settled conviction that everything has its cause in an Ishvara, Supreme Being. That's what Bhagavad Leela, God's play is going on. No? Who is more than that of reason, what reason can comprehend, or descriptions indicate. So these may be different reasons. Some may be saying karma, some may be saying nature, some may be saying it is really and the root cause of our trouble as a cause described in the terms of different. Some rationalists will say that it's the maker of one destiny is oneself. I have made my destiny this way. Others will say, Mimamsakas, that it is planetary. No, some will say planetary system. Some will say the karma, and materialists who will find the nature, everything is happening because of nature. And some few have settled conviction, everything has a cause, and cause is the Ishvara, as Ishvara willed, as God's will. O royal king, please decide with your intellectual eyes which of these is the more acceptable point. I have given you Dharma. Dharma is very detached. So he gave this may be the answers, possible answers. But you are a king now. You decide what is the cause of this, my having in one leg and suffering so much. Suta said, O great Brahmana, after Dharma had spoken thus, that emperor introspected for a while, and gaining thereby a clear understanding of the situation, addressed him thus. So it is saying, then Dharma said this, and is hearing that question, hearing that response, then King Parikshit waited for a moment, and then he is responding. What he responds? O knower of Dharma, what you have spoken is the secret of Dharma. What you have said is the secret and of Dharma. What is Dharma? So you are verily Dharma come in the form of an ox. So you are Dharma yourself. And you have come, appeared before in a concrete way, showing the present situation of the world situation now, that it is how the Dharma has been squeezed and crippled, made crippled. It is prohibited even to describe Adharma, for one doing so in a way passes through the same experiences as one committing it. Also, the mental and bring that light. Could you bring that? I can very difficult. So it is prohibited even to describe Adharma, for one doing so in a way passes through the same experience as one committing it. That means even if you say that it is Adharma, that is also a frightening thing. You will be punished. Also, the mental and descriptive capacities of a man cannot penetrate into the mystery of the Lord's power of Maya, because it cannot be expressed, because the Lord's play is going on. Lord's power is working, and that is called the Maya is working. Austerity, purity, fellow feeling, and truth are the four qualities of Dharma. So these are eternal values being given here. That austerity, purity, fellow feeling, third, and truth. These are the four qualities of Dharma, represented by the 4 feet of your bull form. So one is the stand of truthfulness, another is the standing for austerity, another for fellow feeling, feeling for others, and another was the purity. These are the 4 legs of the bull, Dharma. Represented by the 4 feet of your bull form. Your 3 feet have been cut off, means, O Dharma, by the 3 forces of Adharma. So Dharma is holding you with these 4 qualities, but 3 have been cut. What? Austerity, by egotism. People do in spiritual life, do austerity. And what they do? They do much austerity out of pride. I am doing so much austerity. That ego, not to destroy the ego, but to pamper the ego. Purity, what purity should be? That you love everyone unattached. Love for thinking that God is there, is the cause of your love. But here, purity by attachment. Dharma is gone. What is adharma? Purity gives love. When heart is pure, yeah, good. It will be much helpful. It will not stay out. Okay. But it will be pulled out of that. We'll hold it touch. Hmm. Hmm. So your 3 feet have been cut off, O Dharma, by the 3 forces of Adharma. So one is society has forgotten what is called austerity, and that austerity has taken place of egotism. Ravana did austerity. He has the power also. Austerity generates power in him, but that is for the destruction of good. Uh, Similarly, purity. Love is purity, but purity is gone. People get attached to their own feelings, emotions, and low mental attitudes. They get attached to that. And fellow beings by blinding passions. That is the attachment. So your 3 feet have been cut off by the three forces of Adharma: austerity by egotism 1 point, purity by attachment 2 point, and fellow feeling by blinding passion. The love for others, love for the society, love for others by is a blind person has become the passion for his own selfish ends. Oh, that means I, me, and mine has entered, crept into the whole pyramid. O Dharma, now there remains only one of your feet, namely that is called the truth, to sustain you. The evil force of Kali, flourishing on untruth, is now out to cut off the fruit also. Only one was there, the society sustains on truth, when now truth is being eaten away. Untruth becomes so dominant, and untruth, false thing, appears to be truthful. What is untruth that appears to be truth? And truth itself is mistaken. So, and look at this Mother Earth. Till the other day, freed from her burdens on account of the destruction of the wicked by Sri Krishna, she was shining, sanctified, and bedecked with footmarks. And now, deserted by him, see, though a lady of purity and faithfulness, his cow is the symbol, Mother Earth is the symbol of purity and faithfulness, is shedding tears on being enjoined by Kshatriyas, impostors of the Sudra origin who have no respect for Brahmanhood. So these are the 2 reasons of cause of all these sufferings for mind. So this is as if today's picture, the society's picture. Prashna is there. Any question come? No question has come. So I can finish another 5 minutes, this chapter. So society always gets polluted by these 3 forces. Vedanta will say 3 qualities: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. They are always fighting with each other. And their friend also, Ramakrishna said, they are all dacoits. One will kill, other will say, no, what is the need of killing? Rajas, let us loot and take away all his assets and bind him in worldliness. And Sattva quality will come. My God, what's the use of punishing this man anymore? Let us free and show him the way to go out of the forest of life. So these three gunas, so when tamas becomes dominant, other two people become. See what is going on in Russia, huh? Ukraine. The whole world is there. They're saying news, this, that, but it's going on. They have no power over the whole world. So many good people. They're thinking this way, what can be done, trying their best maybe. So this is the condition. Knowing everything well, have as if everyone is helpless. So the tamas and rajas dominate, sattva quality pushes it down. When sattva quality comes up, rajas and tamas go down. So this is the characteristic. So now he says, comforting dharma and earth in this way, the great hero Parikshit drew his sharp sword against Kali. Kali, the protagonist of all Adharma. So, embodiment of all Adharma, he raised his sword to destroy the Adharma, unrighteousness. Thereupon, Kali abandoned his royal makeup and fell at the feet of Parikshit. Which is that man was beating the cow and then the bull. That was the Kali. Kali is the embodiment of the Iron Age, no? The iron mentality of the Tamas mind. And he abandoned his royal makeup and fell at the feet of Parikshit, trembling all the while with the fear of impending death. The kind-hearted king always considered to those who seek asylum with him had no heart to kill Kali, lying abjectly at his feet. He spake to him as follows with gentle smile on his lips. No harm will again, Parikshit says. No harm will befall you now that you have submitted and made obeisance to me, who follow and keep up the glorious tradition set up by Arjuna, my grandfather. But there is one thing that you have to observe. Never enter my territory, for you are the ally of Adharma. So you are Adharma, you enter into my territory, disturb all the peaceful people, don't enter here. Greed, untruth, stealing, vulgarity, undutifulness, inauspiciousness, deceit, fighting, hypocrisy, ostentation, all these manifestations of Adharma always follow you wherever you are. Oh Kali, wherever you are, all these follow greed, untruthfulness, stealing, vulgarity, all these negative forces stay with you. Oh, you, ally of Adharma, do not on any account enter into this region known as Brahmavarta, where all are to observe dharma and truth, and where great experts in the practice of philosophy of jagna are ever engaged in offering jagnas to Srihari, the Lord of the Jagna. So that means don't enter where people are performing holy sacrifices and things, and don't disturb them. That is the condition. Being worshipped with jagnas, the Lord, the God, Bhagavan, who is of the form of Jagna, Jagneshwara, is the Ishvara of Jagna itself, grant all desires and all happiness to worshippers. He who pervades everything without and within like the air is the indwelling soul of those deities worshipped in Jagna. And so all the worship offered to the deities goes to Hari, the blessing too from him. It says, just mean Harir Bhagavan Nijyamane, when Hari is engaged into it, Ijja Atma Murtir Jajatam, those who are worshipping Ijja to the what is called the clarified buttermilk and fire, that they're performing Tashangnatu Kaman Amughan, those desires which they pray for, that happens because it is the Lord Krishna, the God, who gives these blessings to come and he confers those blessings. 35 verse, Sutta said. What Sutta said? As Parikshit said these words with the unsheathed sword in his hand, he looked like Jama, the god of death himself. Koli, standing before him, trembling all with fear, submitted thus. And then Koli started saying, O Emperor, I am willing to stay wherever you order me, but in every place I dwell, I am sure to see the spectre of your arm with bow and arrow. That means I am seeing you are trying to kill me wherever I go. O the greatest of righteous men, it behoves you now to specify the place where would you like me to stay. I shall certainly confine myself to that place. Because wherever I go, I cannot enter into any kingdom. And whenever I go, I see that your bow and arrow is just targeting me. So where shall I go? Tell me a place where can I hide? Adharma should hide. So dharma will flourish. But where shall I hide? Tell me. Los Angeles. Sutta said, being thus besieged by Koli, he gave him 4 places to stay. So King Parikshit said, that you can Adharma, you can stay in 4 places. Those are the places where gambling, drinking of intoxicants, debauchery, and slaughter take place. You will be staying in 4 places. They said, good. And you see, there is no righteousness in those areas. Gambling and that entire ruin of the whole, this everything happened. And all the fate of Arjuna, Yudhishthira happened by gambling only. So, Adharma, you stay in gambling. Adharma, you stay with the drinking and intoxicants. Those who drink and drug, after being intoxicated, they have no idea what they are doing. They are not bad, but they are overpowered by Adharma. In such a way, they have no understanding what they are doing, what will happen to them. Debauchery and slaughter, and the slaughter, where the slaughter takes place. When Koli pleaded for one more place for him to stay, the clever Parikshit gave him gold as the 5th seat, where there is gold, the lust, greed. So, for that is the source of all form of adharma, of deceit, pride, sexuality, cruelty, and other additional 5th one, enmity. This is very valuable teaching. Kali, the hotbed of all adharma, took his abode in those 5 centers, obedient to the command of Parikshit, the son of Uttara. Every man who is desirous of his own welfare should not succumb to these 5 sources of evil through which Kali exercises his influence over them. It is how in our personal life we should avoid. That is the lesson coming. The society will be good if society can get out of these 5 places. Especially should these be avoided by a righteous king who has to instruct others in the right living. Even kings should be also following this discipline. Further, Parikshit, restored to Dharma, embodied as bull, his 3 lost feet, austerity, purity, and fellow feeling, and also comforted the earth and made her prosperous. It is that heroic Parikshit that has still now been sitting on the royal throne on which he was installed by his grandfather Yudhishthira when he set up after the great abandonment. All the Yudhishthira and other all went for Himalaya Jatra, for Sarga Jatra, going to heaven. He installed this Parikshit in their kingdom. So he instilled these rules for Adharma to subside. And even today's situation, we can see real Adharma starts there and others are the effect. With the same splendor of the Pandavas, and with fame spreading everywhere, that fortunate Parikshit has been ruling on the throne of Hastinapur as the emperor. Such is the prowess of Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu. It is because of the conditions obtaining in his reign that you have been able to start this long-lasting Brahmasatra. So that there ends the chapter, 17th chapter ends. The 18th chapter. But we can discuss the last points, very important. We can do it in our next class also, to think about those bad qualities which is called Adharma subsides, and the Adharma was to be killed, and then king became compassionate. Why he became compassionate? Otherwise the play will not go on. If there is no bad, there is no, who will be understanding it is good? If there is no night, how there will be daylight, glory? If there is no new moon, how the full moon will be enjoyed? No? So this duality, dichotomy, that is the play of, but it should be balanced. In life also, as adharma reduces, dharma grows up. And as adharma increases, dharma subsides. So that is the teaching. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So we'll meet you again and 7:30. The class will be Shanti Gita, Song of Peace. So now we end here this class. Thank you. But next class, keep your questions ready so that we can spend few moments at the end.